ಶ್ರೀ ಗುರುಭ್ಯೋ ನಮಃ. ಉರಗ ಬಂಧಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಲುಕಿ ಕಪಿವರರು ಮೈಮರೆಯೇ ತರಣಿ ಕುಳತಿಲಕ ನಾಗ್ನೇಯ ತಾಳಿದ ಗಿರಿಸಹಿತ ಸಂಜೀವನ ಕಿತ್ತು ತಂದಿಟ್ಟ ಹರಿವರಗೆ ಸರಿಯುಂಟೆ ಹನುಮಂತಗೆ. This is a beautiful padya which describes how strong and how much valor Hanuman had and how brave he was at the time of Yuddha. That is why in the previous padya itself, Sripadarajaru calls him the master of war. While here, the incidences where he brought the Sanjivani mountain to rescue all the kapis, that too not once, twice, has been beautifully narrated. There are three different incidences which correlate to get the understanding of this sequence. Uraga bandhake siluki kapivararu maimaraye. Uraga bandhake siluki. Uraga is naga. Binded by the nagastra or kapivararu. The kapisreshthas, the great kapis, maimare, they fainted and fell to the ground. That is when the Sanjivani mountain was brought by Hanuman. Well, before this incident took place, there happened one more incident. When Kumbhakarna got defeated and got killed by Rama, when he was destroyed, Indrajit performs a yaga. And Indrajit comes to the war field and forced upon the nagastra and all the kapis. All these kapis, binded by the nagastra, they fall unconsciously on the ground. That is when, as per the order and instructions of Bhagavanta Rama, Garuda comes there. See, Garuda, he did not incarnate as any person or any kapi or any other living being during the Ramavatara. But in order to give a chance for Garuda to offer his seva there, Bhagavanta gives instructions to Garuda so that Garuda comes there. And with just the wind that emerged from the wings of Garuda, all the kapis who fell to the ground, they regained their conscious back and they came to fight again. This was the first incident of Nagastra which was forced upon by Indrajit. Well, seeing all this happen, Indrajit thought that whatever he did, it went in vain. So again he went to do that yaga or the homa, and again he came back and forced the nagastra on the kapis. But this time, along with Lakshmana, there were so many kapis who fell unconsciously on the ground. Vibhishana, who saw this incident, brings Jambavanta, one of the oldest kapis, to Hanuman, and Jambavanta talks to Hanuman. Here also, Vibhishana, Jambavanta, Hanumanta, all three are Chiranjeevi, which means they will live until the end of this kalpa, right? There, Vibhishana brings Jambavanta, seeing all these kapis lying on the ground. Jambavanta says to Hanuman, Hanuman, you have to rescue all of us. We are now in the situation binded by the Nagastra. That is when Hanuman, first time, he flies near the Meru Parvata, where he can find the Gandhamadana Parvata. But when he went to the Gandhamadana Parvata, he found that the herbs that were there were invisible. In the second time when Nagastra was forced, Indrajit was also invisible. See, being invisible, he forced the Nagastra, and here, as Hanuman went to the Gandhamadana Parvata, there, to everyone's surprise, the herbs and shrubs were there. The Sanjivani, Mrita Sanjivani herb, that was invisible. So Hanuman, he took the entire Parvata, Sanjivani Parvata, and then he flew back again. So when he was nearing the field where the war was taking place, the air from the herbs and shrubs, it started to spread out. So as the air or the wind touched these kapis who were lying on the ground, with just the wind from those herbs, they regained their consciousness and they again started to participate in the war. So this was the first incident when Hanuman brought the Sanjivani mountain. That is why two times here Sripadarajaru says how Hanuman has brought. We will see the first one. Uraga bandhake siluki kapivararu maimaraye girisahita sanjeevana kittu tanditta. Uraga bandhake siluki, binded by the nagastra. Uraga is naga. Kapivararu maimaraye, all these kapis, when they fainted, Giri Sahita Sanjivana Kittu Tandita. We need to rearrange the second half of the second line to the first line. So he Giri Sahita, along with the Giri, which is the mountain, he brought the Sanjivini, is the first half. Now the second line's first half says Tarani Kula Tilaka Nagneya Talida Giri Sahita Sanjivana Kittu Tandita. Again Hanuman brings the Sanjivini. So this is the next incident. Lakshmana and Indrajit, they both fight in a war. This happens very near to the incident when Hanuman brought the first time Sanjivini. Lakshmana defeats Indrajit and Indrajit Samhara takes place there. After this, Ravana, who was completely furious with Indrajit's death, he comes to fight Rama. At first it was Sugriva who comes in the middle to obstruct Ravana reaching Rama. But Sugriva was easily defeated by Ravana. Then it was Lakshmana who came in between to stop Ravana reaching Rama. At that time, Ravana does a great thing. He takes the Shakti Ayudha, which is like almost if anyone is hit by that Shakti Ayudha, they will literally die. Such a powerful Ayudha or weapon is this Shakti Ayudha. He takes this Shakti Ayudha, Ravana, and hits Lakshmana on his chest. Within seconds, Lakshmana falls unconsciously on the ground. And seeing this from a long distance, Hanuman flies and comes there, and he takes a huge rock or a hill type rock which was available there and forces it on the chest of Ravana. Ravana was literally trembled then. At that time, Hanuman lifts Lakshmana, also takes the Shakti Ayudha and brings Lakshmana to Rama. See, this is Shakti Ayudha is very powerful. It was actually the Ayudha which was given by Lord Brahma to an Asura called Mayasura. And this Mayasura is none other than Mandodari's father. Mandodari is Ravana's wife. At the time of marriage of Ravana with Mandodari, his father-in-law, Ravana's father-in-law or Mandodari's father would have given it to Ravana. That Ayudha also here Hanuman lifts it and brings it to the place where Rama was there. Lakshmana too was brought there. There Rama orders Hanuman to again bring the Sanjivini. Now the Padya says here, Tarani Kula Tilakan Agneya Tali Giri Sahita Sanjivana Kittu Tandita. Tarani Kula Tilaka. Tarani is Surya. Tarani Kula is Surya Vamsha. Tarani Kula Tilaka, the one who is the supreme of the Surya Vamsha, Rama. Agneya Talida, as per his order and instructions, Giri Sahita Sanjivana Kittu Tandita. Along with the Giri mountain, Sanjivini was brought again. So this Giri Sahita Sanjivana Kittu Tanda, these words should be added to two lines, with the first line and with the second line. Okay. So second time this says, again as he brought the Sanjivini, Lakshmana was rescued then. This Hanuman did with the order and blessings of Rama. And after Rama says that you have to keep it back, standing at the position where he is, he just throws the mountain, Sanjivini, and it perfectly with the momentum that which he threw the mountain, it perfectly landed at the place. If someone sees it again, they wouldn't find a difference that it was been plucked out of the major part of the Meru Parvata and it was again placed. It just perfectly fit. That is mentioned here by the word Kittu Tandita. Kittu Tanda, again Ita, again he placed it back. Such was the valor of Hanuman, because this particular bringing a mountain, it may see very easily, seeing in the photos Hanuman flying with a giri or a mountain on his head may look to us as an imagination or a fantasy like thing. But if we imagine, the entire Meru Parvata has this Jambu Dvipa in the middle, right? This Jambu Dvipa is itself 1 lakh yojana huge. And in this Jambu Dvipa, the southern corner of the Jambu Dvipa has this Bharatavarsha. In the southern corner of the Bharatavarsha, there is Lanka. In the outskirts of the Lanka, war is happening. And from there, to Gandhamadana Parvata, which was very near to the Meru Parvata, he had to travel 50,000 yojana distance to bring that mountain. And again, this concept of Gandhamadana mountain is 2000 yojana big, huge, of which the place where these sanjivani herbs used to be, it's 100 yojana. So such a huge mountain, such a vast distance, both were covered by Hanuman, that too without any effort. He did it very easily. Just imagine if I had to pick a pencil here and I have to have it in my hand, I wouldn't find the difficulty of having it. With that ease, he did a parakrama, he showed a parakrama to us, which is something that is even unimaginable to us. Even now if we think it as a fantasy. Such was the strength of Hanuman. And here they say, this mountain Sanjivani which was brought by Hanuman, actually it had 4 different types of herbs in it. It was Mrita Sanjivani, Sandhanaka, Savaranakarani, Vishalyakarani. These are the 4 herbs. This Mrita Sanjivani has the capability to bring a dead person back to life. Such a very important herb which was there in that mountain. This Sandhanaka was a herb which can attach or restore the organs that has been cut off in the war fields. The Savaranakarani, this particular herb has an extreme capability to heal the wounds, stop the bleeding and heal the wounds. Vishalyakarani, this particular herb can remove the arrow or a bow or any weapon that has been plugged in the body, that has been kept in the body easily. So all these 4 herbs, they are, if we would have these herbs now, or if we have the capability today in this world to identify them, then that would have been a commercial marketing place today. But in those days, any environmental greatness was used for a right purpose. And immediately after the purpose, it was Hanuman who again placed it back, showing that whatever we take from the environment, we have the responsibility to give back to it. We should be in that responsible, that even though we use AC today, we use fridge today, we use so many items that degrade the environment. But okay, along with it, if we can contribute a minimum 1% to restore the purity of this environment, we should try doing to it. This is also a very great factor that we can understand if we learn our Itihasa, Purana, etc. Giri Sahita Sanjivana Kittu, again he just gave a throw that it was correctly placed at the point. Kittu Tand Itta Harivarage Sariyunte Hanumantage. And for that Hanumanta, can there be anyone who can equal to him? Who can match his power? Who can match his valor? Is what Sripadarajaru says. And for all the seva that he did to his Lord Rama, how Rama reacted is said in the next padya, which we'll see in our next episode. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.